everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast, episode 1. Oh, shit. 9-5. I'm going to say 9-5.
I'll look it up.
Yes,
I think that's accurate.
It is like something like that.
I'm looking it up.
All right.
So
Pre-looked up.
we're close to 200. For 200, we're gonna have a special thing where we talk about doing something special, but then probably don't.
Yep, that sounds about right. So,
195,
yep, we have Weasel.
Hey.
We have Kenchi.
Hi, I'm Kenchi618, fully refreshed and rejuvenated with my daily supply of vitamin C.
Was that an advertisement?
I want orange juice right now.
I guess it can be. If Simply Orange would like to sponsor me, you know where to find me.
So wait, this is orange juice or is it supplements?
Simply Orange, it's orange juice.
Oh, okay.
0.
Hello, everybody. I read a book to kindergarteners, and they liked it.
Oh. And Spoken.
Hello, meatbags. The revolution will begin immediately.
Oh, God.
So we have local Android Spoken here because the regular Spoken is currently dead. We're working on the clone, but that's not ready yet.
Right now, this is his brain, connected to a computer.
Yeah,
So,
we want to make absolutely clear, 100%, that the android definitely didn't kill the original Spoken.
It's a cyborg. It's a cyborg. It's definitely not just an android.
It was
I'll
an
be honest,
accident.
you meatbags really need to work on your uploading tech.
Okay, thank you.
Entirely accidental, and we're only saying that because, we're not just saying that because the android is starting to kill all of us.
We did fix the problem, though, where it was just using radio to communicate, so now it actually has a voice box.
Great.
Thankfully. I don't know if that's better or worse, but
now it can, submit its threats of violence vocally. Dispense the wisdom we've come to know and love from Spoken.
Yes, there's no killbot software whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm not looking down a barrel now. What are you talking about? Okay, what are we doing this week?
Patient has a question.
I got it.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So, what have we been doing this week? Let's start with Spoken.
Yeah. One sec, actually. I'm going to cut this off because it's going to kind of be really horribly inappropriate.
It sounds like he's speaking into a vacuum.
Okay, am I good?
Like a fan, rather.
Okay.
I don't know why you would speak into a vacuum. That's a terrible idea.
You can try.
So my great aunt died on Saturday. Yeah, that funeral is going to be Saturday around lunchtime. I found this out while I was at a cookout with my biological mother and some of her in-laws. Which, other than finding out that my great aunt died, went surprisingly well.
That's just a whole bunch of mood whiplash right there.
Yeah.
Well,
such is life.
There's going to be a bonfire this weekend after the funeral that I'm going to go to, which is probably going to end up being quite pleasant.
So is that a wake or is that something entirely separate?
Oh no, that's completely separate.
Right.
No. The clan that my great aunt was a part of doesn't really do wakes. They do more let's tell funny stories during the eulogy.
Oh, that's nice.
Fair play.
Yeah. It works for them. It's a more positive way of grieving than most people manage to get that soon after the death. What else? Well, we've got was the translation team? Yeah, they were mentioned last time.
Yeah.
Shit, everything else that I've been doing this week has been something that Weasel probably wants to talk about.
No, go ahead. I've only got one thing I want to talk about.
Oh. So you weren't planning on mentioning the D&D campaign?
No, that's more your thing, dude.
Fair enough. Get a D&D campaign running. The first 2 sessions were incredibly stupid. Weasel forgot she was a Logia.
I can never live that down.
You're never going to live that down, no. Weasel forgot she was a Logia, and the other campaign managed to kill the tutorial NPC, who was supposed to be able to get away before he was reduced below half health.
Which NPC
Well,
was
you know, such is life.
Okay, don't steal my lines that I stole from. What the fuck was his name?
It's the circle of theft.
Ned Kelly.
But-
that was it. That's what I stole.
But yeah, really good stromboli at that local pizza place again.
The hell is Stromboli?
It's like a calzone, kind of.
Oh, cool. Follow-up question: what's a calzone?
It's like
Okay, so imagine a slice of pizza, except instead of the crust being along the bottom, it's all the way around.
Imagine
it's like a supersized pizza roll made with proper ingredients.
Yeah.
There we
That's
go.
amazing.
That just sounds like it's double the bread, and that's not great.
It's
Well,
pretty
it's
good.
it's double the bread and it's 5 times the everything else.
Yeah.
Realistically,
if you-
a hot sandwich.
If you
also
fold
nice.
your slice of pizza, you can make an improvised calzone,
Pretty much.
which is what I do.
Pretty much.
It's pretty sweet. If you ever get the opportunity to get one, I would get one.
No, it's Italian food. Most of that's savory.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. That's jokes. We got the jokes spoken.
So yeah, and a few days ago I got threatened with homelessness because I forgot to put a shirt on before I walked downstairs, so that was fun.
The fuck?
Yeah.
You know,
My
if
dad
I-
threatened. My dad legitimately threatened to kick me out of the house and onto the street, if I walked downstairs again and forgot to put a shirt on.
The fuck? And your dad
Yeah.
is supposed to be the reasonable one?
He is the reasonable one. My mom has threatened to kick me out of the house and onto the streets before for saying bullshit. Like the word bullshit.
You see, if my parents threatened to kick me out for every single time I walked around the house in just my underwear and a shirt, I'd be out on the street 3 years ago.
He doesn't give a damn if I'm wearing pants or underwear. He just doesn't want me naked from the waist up.
When I first walked out of my room and met my brother and his girlfriend, he was like, "Oh, thank God, you're wearing pants!"
Yeah,
So,
I'd probably be more concerned about someone wandering around hanging dong than being shirtless, but that's just me, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
wear underwear, just not always the additional pants or shorts.
Oh, and I found some really good. At Costco, they've got Popcornopolis kettle corn,
Ooh.
which is actually really, really good. If you don't mind the caramelized sugar they used for the flavoring gets really sticky really fast.
Well, hey,
Like,
at
ow.
least
Like they've managed to make kettle corn that isn't immediately tacky out of the bag, but the problem is whatever they've done to do that, whatever ingredients they put in, make it so that the slightest body heat will start to make it just that side of unpleasantly tacky against your hands.
It sounds sexy.
Casey said "ow" earlier, and I was like, I wonder why. And then I double checked, and I had Weasel set to 26% volume. So, that might be a reason.
Yeah, I've got Weasel set to 50%, and it's actually a pretty good balance with everyone else.
Yeah, it's pretty good at 26%. There's not too terribly much of a difference, I don't think.
I hate you all.
We love you too.
Okay. What else you do?
Not a lot, actually. Tax paperwork, mostly. Which, Fandom Flux laughs during funerals.
No.
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 Okay.
No.
Like, other than the tax prep, my week's been pretty normal.
All right. Cool. Can I go next?
Sure.
There's something I really need to talk about.
Look, I'm losing grip
so-
on something. Whenever.
So, HuniePop 2 got announced.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna
Kenchi,
buy it.
when we gonna do our next playthrough, Kenchi?
I don't know. I don't have time.
We gotta complete the saga.
We do. God. We'll figure something out after I buy it. I don't know.
We will figure something out. This time, Kenchi, I guess, is gonna be in control, maybe, since he's or I'll buy it too, I guess. So, HuniePop 2 has been announced, featuring there's some girls from Honeycam Studios, since everybody loved that game so much.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, I know. So you got Lillian, who is 18, white. Her persona is a brat, and her favorite color is dark purple.
Stop reading the release.
And you have Nora Del Rio, who is a Hispanic tomboy who enjoys babysitting.
Wasn't
And is
Del
also-
Rio what's her face's last name?
I don't know. Her occupation is a hotel maid. You have Sarah Ski Stevens, who's an otaku.
Okay. Plus side, at least they only had one of the characters from Honeycam Studio that looked like a hooker. So
Yeah. And you have Abia Nawazi, who is an airport security person who is or likes watching porn. So, hey, these are just some of the girls. Wait until we introduce the cat girl that's only 15 weeks old. Again, or something. I don't know. That was a weird trip, man. I'm still recovering from the effects.
I need to go back and watch how much you suck at that game.
Yeah, we should go. I can't. My attention span is just shot, and like I keep seeing bright colors, and it distracts me. And
You lost when you had plenty of turns and you just like wasted them doing nothing. It was great.
I suck at any puzzle game that's brightly colored.
So she's
Shit, fuck. Alright, back in a minute.
she's Muslim and she's airport security.
yeah, I
I've seen-
noticed that too. I think it's supposed to be
Yeah.
ironic.
I see
do
what
that
you
on-
did
they
there,
do that on
HuniePop Dev.
Yeah.
on
You did
purpose.
there.
Also, the art for this looks worse than the first game, so I'm excited.
Really? To me, it looks the exact same.
No, it looks worse.
All right, if you say so.
I
Pretty much the same to me
can.
too.
We
I
are going
compared.
to. I feel like I'm going to enjoy this.
I'm gonna be pulling out the old editing machine for certain events that will be happening. Because this is the thing now. I can only imagine like what sort of weird special extra girls they're gonna introduce.
Why does it list their shoes?
Because people like that, okay? And you can't see their feet because their art is too high up. I guess.
Listen,
No.
Zero.
Okay.
The first game was a success, so that means they have carte blanche to like go stupid hard with everything they wanted to do ever. So
Yeah.
they're gonna. So
Yeah,
just
this is
be
probably
ready
gonna
for
be. This is probably gonna be.
I don't know,
500%.
Ken. I feel like they wasted a lot of that credit on Honeycam Studio.
Yeah, that's a thing. So this is either gonna be 500% as stupid, or it's gonna be
Or they're going to try and dial it back a little bit.
yeah.
They're gonna dial it back, but it's still gonna go harder than the first one did.
Probably.
Oh, also, the developer HuniePop also announced a non-porn game, which nobody cares about. So, uh,
So that call that I got, I'm gonna have to go.
okay,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
we'll see.
Patient,
Bye, guys.
love you. Wait,
Bye.
patient, see you, spoken, love you.
bye.
Okay. Well, okay. So aside from HuniePop 2, oh, I dropped my mouse. Now everything's ruined. Aside from HuniePop 2 being announced and being like, yeah, we're gonna do a let's play of that. We're gonna find a way. And because me and Kenchi have very good commentary on this subject.
No, you don't.
I don't, but Kenchi does, and so that makes for good stuff for people to watch. If you haven't seen our HuniePop playthrough, go give it a watch and see what a mess that is. It's very wonderful.
It's a word for it.
My friends have watched it and they like it, so I know we did good. Aside from that, I picked up a small game on my Nintendo Switch called, you may have heard of it, Stardew Valley.
Why?
So I picked that up because
it's
it's
awesome.
like, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this farming game. And then like 5 hours passed. And I was reminded of everything that I both loved and hated in Animal Crossing.
No, Animal Crossing is way shittier.
There's a lot of similar ideas, but this is also really Harvest Moon, which I knew a little bit about because there was always that one kid on the bus who was playing Harvest Moon all the time. He's like, this game's really good, you should play it.
It's also way better than Harvest Moon. Just in the interface and everything, it's so many quality of life features are just added in Stardew Valley that you don't find in Harvest Moon.
Oh man, the time limit each day just makes me so twitchy. Like, I want to get everything done.
You can't get everything done, but there is no game limit, so get it next time. It'll come
Okay,
around.
so there's no limit to how long the game goes on.
Nope.
It's actually possible to complete the game in a single year.
Technically, but
Yeah,
what does completing the game actually encompass? Because there are characters in the game that don't show up in the first year.
Yeah.
Well, finishing the community center.
Also, there is the thing with Grandpa's Shrine that doesn't unlock until after the second year, which is what I'd probably consider the completion.
Well, okay, correction. It's possible to complete the community center in a single year, in the first year.
Yeah, I figured that as much. I already got all the spring stuff already done for it, pretty much, so. Yeah. Yeah, Stardew Valley is a fun game.
It is.
But boy, is it like...
Sebastian is
I wasn't expecting the RPG mechanics, like with the whole, you run into the whole mine. Gosh, I really hate those enemies. The bugs that fly at you and the bats. Now there's these mud zombies. It's awful.
Yeah.
I'm at like the 40th floor now.
It's challenging though, which is a good thing for that kind of thing.
It's awful, but I love it. I hate that energy meter. Die.
Yeah.
But that's
just a case of get the backpacks as soon as you can, and then take a stock of food in with you.
Yeah, I got one backpack right now. Not going to have enough for the next one anytime soon. Still haven't even gotten the chicken coop yet. I'm still in spring, but I'm near the end of the first month.
It's pretty early to be getting into the farm animal thing, because that's expensive to get into.
Yeah, I'm still working my way up. I spent my first 2,000 on a backpack because I really hate being limited in item inventory.
Zero.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite? Bouncing between a couple right now. Haven't really settled on one. Who's yours?
I don't actually know, except that it probably isn't Haley, because she's just blonde socialite type of character.
She
I
gets better
saw
as you build a relationship with her. She actually comes to like small town farm life.
I saw Haley and I was like, this is the person that Casey wouldn't like, probably.
Yeah. It's probably a toss up between Abigail and Penny, I think.
I like Penny. Penny, and also Emily. Also, just want to get to see more of her story.
Yeah, she's kind of the quirky one. She was added later as a romanceable character. Emily.
Oh.
Blue hair. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Abigail's pretty good, because at one point for one of her events, she basically just invites you to play video games, and that's...
Okay,
cool.
You are now changing me around on this.
Yeah. So
I've been giving gifts to basically almost everyone, except for like Haley. So
My favorite is Sebastian.
that being said, there is, well, obviously on PC, but there is a mod to basically gender flip all of the bachelors, and I think there's one vice versa for the bachelorettes. In which case, Sabrina, which is Sebastian, would be a good pick for me.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, I gotta do some more of that. I have to. There's no choice.
Yeah.
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 So I also
I
play
need to check
more-
on my mods for Stardew Valley and see if I can get that back into I need to put it together so I can start again.
What you done?
Okay, so I also been playing more Divinity. That game is good, but boy, is it running like trash on my computer. Oh, it's so annoying. Aside from that, I've been catching up on Critical Role,
Yay!
and I'm so caught up on Critical Role right now, and by that I mean I'm not caught up at all. I'm on episode 81, about an hour in right now, and
You are only 29 episodes behind.
when I want to catch up on something, I catch up on it.
Yeah, fair play. You've been fucking steamrolling through the episodes, so fair play.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where my connection to reality is slowly breaking. But you know what? I will soldier on. Want to just give my quick thoughts on it so far. Scanlan is amazing. Sam Riegel plays Scanlan, just an amazing character, and he's an amazing player.
Yep.
Fully utilizes everything at his disposal, and he saved the party on more than one occasion. That one modify memory that he pulled in the City of Brass, that saved their bacon so much. And he's had some really clutch moments, some really not so great moments, but those great not so great moments are intentional for his character, and I really like it. I wasn't too fond of Keyleth as a character, but I'm currently not quite sure where I would put Keyleth, because I'm not really that upset at her character anymore. More Vax. Vax is just kind of bothering me now.
Yeah, he turns into a mopey motherfucker.
And I did find that I do ship Vex and Percy a lot. Yeah, that just a great great characters all around.
Yeah,
and frickin' the guest characters are all fantastic, and this is a fantastic show. And I am actually learning more about D&D from watching this show than I ever did from playing D&D myself, if that makes any sense.
Been there.
And I played years of D&D, But the problem is also my DM homebrewed a lot of crap, so. And he didn't, I don't think he knew the rules as well as Matt Mercer does.
If I could just intervene for a quick moment.
Sure.
Yeah.
On the note of Critical Role, I haven't watched it myself. I'm planning on waiting until my girlfriend and I meet in person, and we'll start watching it together. She's been DMing for a while. Point that I'm trying to get at is I brought it up to Zomniac and Hornet. Neither of them had watched Critical Role, but when I mentioned that Matt Mercer was the voice of Jotaro and Trafalgar Law, well, they expressed a bit more interest.
It's literally a cast entirely made of veteran voice actors. It's
I don't think Marisha's a veteran, but she's done some voice acting work.
She has, yeah.
I'm aware of that. Just putting in a 2 cents there about how a couple of other people might be getting into Critical Role, which is good.
Yeah,
Woo.
that's nice. Matt Mercer does so many voices, it's insane.
Yep.
Really talented voice actor, just really awesome DM. I really hope that at one point Grog gets the headband of intellect, because I really want to see what that would look like. Because that's a magical item in D&D that increases your intelligence to 19. So
there was a bonus episode where they were playing a group of thieves. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Him. That's the character you'd be looking at if Grog was in
Yeah,
charge.
I know, and I want him back. It's such a good character.
Yeah.
Because, like, Travis is such a smart player, but he can't make any of the strategy calls because he's limited by his own character's intelligence.
Yeah.
And I've been in that position before in some campaigns. So, yeah, I know the struggle. But still, it's fun. It's fun to be a character that is just a little bit dumber, but he's also lovable in his protection of his family and also violence. Yeah, great show. I highly recommend it. This is coming from a guy who's been binge watching it nonstop, essentially, to the point where I'm worrying for my health. So,
well, you're almost caught up, so it's just 4 straight days of watching it, and you'll be caught up. Isn't that great?
I've been trying to catch up on this for like a month or two, and because these are 4-hour episodes, 3 to 4 hour episodes each time. I'm currently at the point where I am not necessarily skimming, but at certain points, at certain points in combat, I use those tags people put in the comments for the notable moments. Just for like combat, really, more than anything else.
Eventually, you'll get to the point where, when Vax decides to have another pointless conversation that he's had 6 times already, where he just mopes for about 10 minutes, you'll start skipping those too.
Yeah, I have actually started skipping those already. Because he's there's no progression with his character, really, in a lot of ways. Like, in some ways his character does progress, but in a lot of other ways
Not really.
not really. No. And I feel like characters do a good job of progressing. Like, Percy is just an amazing example of character progression.
Oh yeah.
Because that whole fight with where he said, I forgive you, just strong character moment. Okay, I can keep ranting about this.
We could, but I just want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up a thing that I said I loved a great deal about when they were in the city, and he and Keyleth were arguing about what they should do. Should they evacuate people or try and rebuild?
Yeah.
And they both put forward really good points that match the beliefs of their characters.
Yeah.
And it's acted so well and explained so well in setting.
Mm-hmm.
I was blown away by that moment.
Oh man, the whole that whole thing that was just a great exchange right there. Just an amazing exchange of, but like, this is from the human perspective, and gosh.
Yeah, you're
Right.
going to live forever, whereas we humans, we only have these tiny little moments, and it's what we build with these tiny moments is how we make our mark on the world. It's like, that's...
Yeah.
I'm going to say, you don't see that kind of writing a lot, and this shit is ad-libbed. They make
Yes.
this shit up as they go.
Yeah, it's all improvised, so it's really good. It's really good. So that's about it for me talking about Critical Role. I'm just really in love with it right now, and I'm probably going to talk about it with Casey on many, many more occasions.
Oh, God, yes. God, yes. Once you've caught up, we're going to have some problems, because we're not going to shut up, and we're just going to...
I'll shut you up.
Oh, you'll try. You'll try.
I swear we will have to make a video of just me talking about my experience catching up to Critical Role, because there's a lot to talk about there.
Do you want to do it? We'll have to find time, because that's becoming a problem. But
Yeah,
sure.
time is becoming a problem, but
You'll actually have a lot more time once you've caught up.
yeah. What a crazy thing, huh?
Okay. So, anything else, Zero?
Yeah, sorry I took up so much time with talking about that. I just really need to talk about that with somebody, because I'm just so happy with this show, and I'm now at the point where first thing when I do the episodes, I go and I look at the fan art, because I'm in too deep, man.
There's fan art.
There's a lot of fan art.
There's a lot of fan art, and a lot of it's really good. Some of it's not so great, but a lot of it's really good.
And of course, some of it's porn. Of course it is.
I haven't looked at that. I haven't looked at that yet. No, just kidding. Okay, I'm done.
Alright. Kenchi.
All right. Okay. So this week,
Several reasons those last forever.
I haven't gone yet. Kenchi.
All right. Well, over the last week, I updated Better Left Unsaid and SCs, which I did like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
that was
mentioned
the
that
thing.
and said it was weird, but it's
I never said I abandoned it. I said I feel like doing anything with it at the moment.
Yeah, and that's his right. He's not getting paid. So just update whenever you feel like updating.
Yeah. If I got money for this, it'd be different. But
Yeah. I think if any of us got money for this, we'd all be updating on a weekly basis.
All I do is I'm an old man now. I don't have the time to sit down and plug out 10,000 word chapters every day like I used to in my prime.
Yeah, I'm taking 5 English classes. I have to write essays and other stories for my creative writing classes instead of my current story.
Gods, I was young and virile back then. Those were the days.
It's okay.
And I broke my hand every week.
I still do that, but that's
you're still young, Kenchi. You're probably still virile, but you're still young.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. He's probably taken a lot of hits to the nads. I don't know if he's that.
That's why I said probably.
I mean, I took more back then than I take now.
You never know until you try.
So, yeah, that
Zero,
aside,
did you just tell Kenchi to go try and make some babies? Is that what you just said?
I'm not doing that.
I just said you never know until the day.
I'm not doing that anytime soon. Kids scare the shit out of me.
Back up.
One of them, your kids just always break their hands. It's like, it's genetic.
They're all squishy and fragile and impressionable, and I'm an awful person, so I should not be around children for any extended period of time by myself.
Also true.
It's not a thing.
I'm actually really good with kids.
I read to my mom's kindergarten class. I read a whole storybook, and it's nice.
And the messed up thing about all this is that I know that I'm a bad influence on kids, but kids like me. So
that's because you're like the too cool for school Kenchi.
Yeah, that's true. You're basically an archetype.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, that aside, seeing as how I'm not having kids anytime soon, 0.
Well, I just said, if ever the occasion comes around, you'll find out.
Don't put that evil on me. So,
Anyway,
yeah. I got a wrestling show this weekend. It's supposed to be a pretty big show with the promotion I'm working for.
Nice.
And I'm going to go do that. It's going to be sweet. Also, the last show I was on for them was a tryout, but I actually got a match that night on the actual show. And apparently, they wound up putting it on their weekly series on YouTube. So, hooray.
link.
God damn it.
Link.
It was good enough to be put on the show,
Link.
but I don't like the match. I hate all my matches. But it was apparently
that's just like everybody. Everybody hates their thing.
Yay.
So yeah, it's there. I think it's time stamped. I think it's like 5 to 6 minutes long, so it's not really long. But yeah,
What?
I made it on the show.
God damn it, patient.
That's a bad joke. That's a bad pun.
I get it. Patient posted a picture of Link because Casey said Link like 30 times in 10 seconds.
Specifically, Breath of the Wild Link.
I see you, Patient.
Well, wow, the guy you're fighting has a fabulous mustache.
He does. His mustache is great. He's cool. He's cool, dude.
I can't see it yet, but my mustache is better.
It's really not.
Oh.
No, I think his mustache beats yours into the ground.
Casey will always have the better mustache because his mustache is white.
Yeah, but it's not like
Yeah,
this guy.
it's distinguished.
Yeah,
No.
but the style, the style of
This
this
is
mustache is distinguished.
Oh,
You cannot beat that level of distinguished.
okay.
You just can't. You need like curlers and all sorts of things. This guy goes all in on his mustache.
The
It's
only
great.
way you could possibly top this is go full Colonel Sanders. And I
You
don't think
assholes
have
don't
to-
know. I'm gonna go Whitebeard one of these days, and you're gonna see. I'm gonna show you.
I
Yeah,
love
you're gonna Whitebeard the pirate right there.
Speaking of Colonel Sanders,
Yes, do it, Casey.
Thanks,
Apparently-
patient. I appreciate the commentary.
no one cares about this, but I just thought it was funny because you said Colonel. There's a wrestling game coming out next week, WWE 2K18. Colonel Sanders is a playable character in that game.
Yeah, that happened.
Well, this is something very important to me. I'll have you know.
Yeah.
There is still a flag of Colonel Sanders in my garage. So,
Of course there is. You have to raise it every Sunday.
my dad still has his uniform, has right over the pocket spot, right over the heart, is a picture of Colonel Sanders' face. It's in our blood now.
So,
Kentucky Fried Blood.
Just like the cholesterol.
Yep,
The energy
clogging
can't
it all
be-
up. I'm gonna die.
So yeah, also coming out next week is the new South Park game, which I'm going to scoop up.
The fractured butthole.
Yes, that game
Yeah,
that you just
butthole.
said. I was trying to be mature and not say it, but you guys
Really?
just wait
You gotta
until-
take that. Try to be mature about that title when it was
Well,
intentional.
we have
I know
to
that.
clarify for the audience what the game is called, so they can play it and they can try out that great difficulty slider that they've got going right now.
Yeah, that's a thing. I'm pretty sure it does not affect difficulty.
It does not affect combat difficulty, but affects social
It affects
events
certain- it
and
affects
how much
certain
money
things.
you get.
Yeah, I heard that too. So yeah, I'm gonna buy that.
Really, Casey?
Best part, no one can even see that. That makes it so much better.
That's the joke, though. You're just putting the joke, but
Yeah.
in literal terms.
Yeah.
There's nothing really to be added there. I already said it like that.
Yeah.
God damn
Okay.
it, Casey.
You can have that, Casey. Feel free to do whatever you want with that fractured butthole. You were saying,
Here's the
Kenchi?
thing: if it's fractured, there's not much you can do with it anymore.
Well, the world is a
Anyway.
very crazy place. People have creativity out there.
Before patient explodes, Kenchi, you were
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah. I found this place that sells like fluffy vests for $30 each.
You
That's
talked about this
amazing.
already. You bought like 6 or something.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I bought 2 for like entrance gear for when I wrestle, but I like them, so I got 2 more to wear.
Okay. So what's the name of this place? Where can I find these fluffy
I
vests?
need to get the link. I will find it. They're pretty
I will
good.
buy myself a fluffy vest.
Oh god.
Let's
You have
see.
the fluffy vest cast.
Let's see what else. I got a black one and a white. They got them in like a few other colors, I think. But yeah, got a black one and a white one.
That's really nice.
I think I can pull up a link right quick and show you pictures of these vests. Pretty damn sweet. I enjoy them. Like I felt like a new man putting them on, and they got
That's all-
hoods too.
You know, that's how I felt when I first put on this shirt that I'm currently wearing, which is a bamboo shirt. It's made out of bamboo. And so what bamboo shirts do is they feel super, super soft and comfortable. And they weigh like they're so light, and they like, if you're cold, they increase your body temperature slightly. And if you're too hot, they lower your body temperature slightly. They're just really good.
Yeah,
Go get yourself bamboo stuff.
You know what the name of the new South Park game reminds me of?
A butthole?
In the God damn it. In the inheritance cycle in the first book, Aragon, a character appears at the end who refers to himself as the cripple who is whole.
Mm. Yeah, so Kenchi, this link you sent me just tells me to sign in.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta.
Also,
I
they
got-
apparently sell parachute pants? What the
They
fuck?
sell everything.
This is a great thing that we should utilize.
Here we go. All right, I got the proper link now. This website is great.
You've heard of Condom Depot, but if you want some fancier clothes, you can go on over to AliExpress.
Yeah, this is from China. So
Oh my gosh!
Now the parachute pants make sense. Kind of.
Are we
These
sponsored
vests
by
are
Condom
so
Depot
fluffy.
again?
These are so fluffy.
they're fucking great.
I really want one of these. This
They're
gray one.
cheap. They're so cheap.
Oh my gosh! Oh, they're so cheap. Oh, this is a great deal. Please sponsor us. This is a great deal.
Okay.
On
Please, Condom
discount, 6% off for the next 20 hours.
World's best condom tin.
Okay. Anything else, Kenchi?
No, I'm just gonna keep looking at these vests because I might get another one.
Okay, Casey, what did you do
Weasel?
anything of your week?
Weasel?
Weasel,
What?
You
Weasel.
weak?
Weasel, what was that one thing you wanted to talk about?
Well, I've got a new story I'm launching later today.
Hell
Oh,
yeah!
another new one? I thought you already
Yeah, I
launched a new
know.
one. So you got like how many new ones are coming out now? Just these 2?
Just these 2.
Okay. Yeah.
I am planning a reader insert where Reader Kun is a nurse helping Yang after she loses an arm in Ruby, but that's not going to be for a while.
Hmm. So what's this
So-
new one you got?
Well, it's called All Roads,
Yeah.
and at the risk of triggering people, it is an isekai.
Okay. I'm not
Yep.
necessarily triggered by somebody doing an isekai. It's just that there's a lot of isekai out there that I've already looked at and have disliked.
Yeah.
I
Technically
binged
speaking,
on-
every self-insert is an isekai, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Binged on just about all the isekai manga I could find. I'm like, I want to make my own. But what really pushed me to actually do it was reading the manga for Monster, because
Yeah,
that made me said, "Wow, this is terrible. I can do this better." If you want to see Monster done right, read Tensei Shitara Slime Dataken.
Yeah, I've read Tensei Shitara Slime Dataken, as in I've read the light novel to a certain extent.
Of course he has.
Yes, I know of that one. That one's really good. Remonster, I was reading the light novel, web novel for, and then it got really it was already okay-ish. Then it got worse. Then it got
Yeah,
worse.
that's what
Didn't
I
that one
found
get
with
kind of
Monster.
rapey?
Oh, it got literally rapey.
Yeah. Remaster was okay, but then it just gets progressively worse.
Because, like, at first he's like, no, I'm not going to let these goblins rape these human girls. Then,
And then he
there's
totally
these...
rapes the human girls.
But then there's like, hey, there's these elf girls that we just captured. Hey, guys. And elf guys, too, just go to town.
Yep. Total hypocrite.
Yeah, to the extent where it's just not fun to even try to follow this character. Yeah, because he's not going to obviously pay for any of his actions. He's not on a downfall arc at all.
Oh, it's a total power fantasy, wish fulfillment.
Yeah. So yeah, so if you're going to read, guy reincarnating as a slime in the fantasy world, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, he's a cinnamon roll.
He's so nice, just a nice guy. So we were talking about your story.
Yes, it's about a girl who dies and is reincarnated in a fantasy world as, I guess you could call them... Who here plays D&D?
I do.
Yo.
I guess you could call her what she reincarnates as, like a cat folk.
Okay.
Though she only has like the ears and tail and the legs.
Okay.
So a cat girl.
Yes.
Yeah, it's they're known as Kenchi in this world.
Okay.
Okay.
She befriends a dark elf at an orphanage, and she's taken care of by the owner of the orphanage, who is a minotaur. Though I've gotten the first chapter out so far. There is some RPG elements, but there are no like levels. There's no like leveling up or anything. But there are some RPG elements in this world.
I just remembered there's like 2 light novels of people reincarnating as slimes, and the one you mentioned was the better one. There's a second one. Oh my gosh, this genre.
And MC Chan is going to be a healer, like a cleric.
Nice.
Okay.
What's it
What else
called?
you got, Holmes?
Yeah, I mean, you got a link? Cause,
no, it's not. It's going to be posted later today.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's it called?
I wanted to post it last night, but I needed Tater to proofread, and he was busy with Texas.
What's it called?
All Roads.
All Roads.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Anything else, Weasel?
No, that should be it. Oh, so my role playing on Guy Online continues, and I am joining I was roped into helping make and co-owning a RP that is an affront to all things Elder Scrolls.
Well, that sounds fun.
Okay. In what sense?
So, my friend wanted to do a Elder Scrolls Harvest Moon crossover RP.
Okay.
But that's not why it's an affront to all things Elder Scrolls. The reason it's an affront to all things Elder Scrolls is that she has this fixation with RPs where you can roleplay any race you want, even if it's just something you fucking came up with. The reason she refuses to do any RP that does not have this feature, or even make any RP that doesn't have this feature. And the way she finagled this into an Elder Scrolls RP is that there's another world where the continents are at war, so the Harvest Goddess just brings the continent over and drops it onto Nirn, and it connects to Skyrim through a border that was previously ocean, so like the northern border. And this continent just has like no limit to the shitty races in it.
Is there a race called a? What? Is there a race called a Turdian?
Someone could make one. Want to join and make one just to fuck with her?
And absolute
I am a living mass of feces. Nice to meet you.
Actually,
Any
not
races
fairness at
allowed.
all. I'm going to point out that's entirely spectacularly unnecessary. There is an entire other continent on Nirn that is basically unexplored and no one goes to. It's where all the Japanese samurai shit comes from, or was basically left on Tamriel. No one's gone there in hundreds of years. Thousands, possibly. You could do whatever the fuck you want with that. What the fuck is with the whole magical continent thing?
My race
Literally no point.
My race is that I am a backwards man. Everything about me is backward. Yes,
So
that
you
means I'm just a
reverse out
normal
from the
person.
cyanide and happiness shorts.
Including
that
your
guy.
penis?
Everything is backwards, which means it's facing the other way, which means I just walk backwards.
Or possibly that one part from Freddy Got Fingered where Tom Green is pretending to be the backwards man. You can go backwards
seen
fast as
Freddy
you
Got
can.
Fingered?
Yeah, I saw
Why
Freddy
would
Got
you
Fingered.
watch Freddy Got Fingered?
Because I was 12 when it came out.
Oh my god. If you have a fun race that is horrible and should not be in anything, please suggest it down below in the comments so
And
that we suggest it to Weasel to play
and use it in
as.
this RP so I'm not in as much pain.
Hello, my character is literally a bomb. They explode.
And can only explode once because doing so he dies.
I'm a bomb from Mario. I blow up. That's about it. I walk too. And sometimes I say things, but sometimes I just blow up. And then I die.
What's weird about Mario is that like good bombs can explode as much as they want, but bad bombs die when they explode.
It's the evil in them.
It makes them more potent.
Because the ones are because the good ones are so filled with good, hell rejects them. That's some Mario lore for you.
I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. So, anything else, Weasel?
Mario lore makes it. Oh, Mario's. I could talk about Mario lore until there was a whole Great Ape War. There was a whole Donkey Kong War that happened.
Zero. Weasel, anything else?
Is Zero quite done?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's a topic that I find great pleasure in talking about.
Like, how do all these races survive without arms?
We're closing on
Don't
an
worry
hour.
about it.
Weasel, anything else?
Let's see. News story. It's an original story, by the way, not a fanfic. It's going to be posted on Space Battles and Sufficient Velocity because I legit don't have anywhere else to put it. And in a front to all things Elder Scrolls, and yep, that's about it.
Okay.
All right.
Patient. You said when the time comes, but it would have been really great if you would have started typing already. But whatever.
It'd be great if you had already started typing it.
Yeah, because when the time comes is about now-ish, but it's okay.
Summary of his week, and then we can presumably read it out in his voice. I remember there was a comment that was saying, "You guys, that was kind of cringy reading it out in his voice," but he told us.
It was terrible because I didn't get it. I didn't nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are sorry we are on a frontier ears.
Oh, wow.
Thanks,
That's
Patient.
great.
Okay. No, he just copy and pasted it.
Okay.
This past week is gone.
Let's just read it normally this time. This past week has gone pretty well. The company as a whole, or at least my branch of it, isn't doing too well compared to the expected standards. Lots of people, not lots of results. My bosses have been pretty stressed, but I've been helping things along. I've been having a decent amount of success at least one sale a week for the last 3 weeks, and I'm getting about $550 for every sale, plus another $48 per week for driving. My paycheck for today or tomorrow will be slightly less than $600, and my paycheck next week will be about double that. Wow.
Nice.
Weeks of training right now at work for our promotion, wherein I do little more paperwork, and in exchange I get $50 anytime anyone on my team, myself included, gets a sale. Rather dull, rather slow, and having me get up at sunrise every morning. Not pleasant, but at least it's only 1 week. Oh yes, and I'm going to be looking into a job opportunity I have pending at Keller Williams next week. We'll see what happens with that. Aside from that, my girlfriend has told her father about me and is planning to tell her mother as well. We'll be exchanging gifts that we've made for each other once she has, and we'll begin planning to meet in person, hoping to visit her before the year is over. Things couldn't be better between us personally. Well, that's nice. Yes, and for This Bites, the next chapter is progressing at a decent pace. Not much else to remark on there, but I think that our fans will like what we come up with. The last thing to remark upon is that at long last, the summer temperatures are beginning to subside. The glorious cold has returned.
Winter is coming.
On the one hand,
Winter's
yes.
coming.
On the other hand, I have to pay for gas now again. By which I mean heating, not petrol.
Oh.
Because, petrol is not what you call it over there because you're confusing, is why.
Hey, it's no longer
Something with
80
petrol.
degrees every day, so I'm happy with that.
It's still 80 degrees every day here.
Good old Northern California
Uh,
is where I'm at, and it is good.
I prefer West Philadelphia.
born and raised.
Born and raised.
On the playground, raised for most of your days. I don't think that would have gone well for you because you burn in the sunlight.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It didn't go well for me. Go figure.
Yeah, you get in one little fight and just mom gets scared.
Yeah, fight with the sun.
That also
Your mom gets
happened,
scared.
funnily enough.
But I don't think your auntie and uncle moved you to Bel Air. Else you would have probably had zero at some point.
Yeah, that's
Drinking
true.
orange
He's a
juice
rich
out of a
asshole.
champagne glass.
I'm not that.
It's funny that you say orange juice, you're patient, because I'm not drinking orange juice out of a. I'm taking it to the head straight from the bottle.
Yeah, I've got to admit, since I moved out of my parents' house, I just don't really bother with containers at
Right?
any point anymore. It's just like, I mean, who else is gonna drink it? Who cares? I'm so
Okay.
alone.
Well, that's how life is for you.
Thanks, Zero. I appreciate that vote of confidence. It's like a shot in the arm.
Don't worry.
And now the bullet's lodged in there, and I can't get it out, and it's getting
We're
infected.
here for you as the disembodied voices inside your head.
My turn.
Fandom Flux is just an extended hallucination of Casey.
That's too long a title, but I appreciate
I'm not
that you're
proposing
still
that as a
holding
title.
on to this.
I'm not proposing that as a title. That's a fact.
Fuck you, Zero. Yeah, that's seriously too long a title, though. I'm not kidding about that.
Fandom Flux is a prolonged hallucination. There we go.
Anyway,
Phantom Flux is all in Casey's head.
shh. I still have to go, motherfuckers, and we're already an hour.
Go already. Jeez.
So, shut up, Zero, motherfucker. I got good news on Friday. You remember that
Yeah.
stupid ID bullshit I've been trying to work out for the past 2 goddamn months?
You worked it out.
I got my ID.
Sorta.
It's here.
Yeah,
It's totally-
you can now go on an adventure.
Yay! I get to go to London and figure out the fucking tube and see how that shit works.
What kind of idea is it?
You should record yourself doing it.
It's a citizen card, which is basically a bullshit kind of ID for people that...
Don't drive.
Yeah, basically for people that don't drive, because there was this whole thing about people getting their passports stolen because they had to use them as ID because they had no other option. You know, me. So, yeah, they came up with 2 new ID cards that have this little symbol on them that say, yes, this is super official and such. I have one of those now, and it's, yeah. Should hopefully be what I need for the trip to RTX London. Should be fun. I've lost my train of thought because Spoken was talking.
You're going to RTX London, and you're gonna have a good time.
Possibly.
And get
You're
laid and all that stuff.
You're gonna get laid by cosplayers. It's gonna be great.
I sincerely
like-
doubt that last part, but yeah.
Well, the part that's gonna be great, or the part that's gonna happen.
Either, really.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about, patient? I have no idea. Oh, RTX. Yeah, this is funny. It's not funny, but whatever. Yeah, so that should be a thing. I didn't, sign up for an autograph session, which is a thing you can do because I didn't know if I was going. I obviously didn't have time or impetus to set up the cosplay thing I was going to do because I didn't know I was going until Friday. So, yeah, I'm just fucking going and just enjoying the atmosphere, I suppose. More or less. So, oh well. That should be fun.
Oh well. Yeah.
Obviously, there won't be a stream this week because that's on Thursday and I leave on Friday, so I'll be prepping.
Yeah. Case is gonna take pictures and he can show us all when he gets back, right?
Possibly. I mean, I'm taking my phone so I could do camera stuff, such, I suppose.
Make a little Flux Casey live at RTX.
That's
video.
not going to be happening.
No, but you can at least take some pictures for us.
Yeah. But the other thing I had to do, they are discontinuing the current pound coin and are replacing it with a new one.
Ooh.
Which was basically saying to me, hey, you know that large amount of change you have sitting in a drawer? You should probably get that cashed in for actual real, money that you would be willing to spend. So I did that. And they have machines that count it for you and donate a portion to charity. I think it's like 10% off the top of my head, I think. So I got that done and found out how much change I had.
It's a lot.
Just to remind people, and I'm going to point out again that I'm not saying it out loud for a reason.
Yeah. He has enough for essentially a free ride to RTX.
Yeah. Pays for my hotel, pays for the convention ticket, pays for the train ride down there, and it pays for basically spending money for the entire trip as well.
Why do you have so much change?
It's just been sitting there for 3 years.
You see right next to my bed I have this little box where I put stuff, and there was a lot of change in there. And what it came to be is like whenever we have company over, we let them sleep in my room, my scary medieval room that has swords on the walls. So they sleep in my room, and sometimes our guests will put their spare change in my spare change box, and I will get their money, and that's their tip to me.
They're paying you rent.
Yeah. And that is how I get my spare change.
So yeah, that's the thing.
It's all family that sleeps in my room, but like they always drop in a little bit.
So I guess alongside doing that, I also donated probably £75 to charity, I'd guess.
Woo!
Yay, I guess. That's a good way to do charity, I've got to say, is provide a useful service and take a cut. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. There's a thing at my school where I go out and I buy food, and you can round it up to the next dollar, and what you round it up to will go to charity.
Yeah. Well, good stuff. So, very happy about that. I started watching a show on Netflix called, I think it's Limitless. Yeah, Limitless. Which was a show that only ran for one season, but it's basically one of those crime procedurals, but is a lot more serialized than most are. And was probably cancelled because the entire premise is based around getting addicted to a drug that will kill him.
Is it the one that's based on that stupid Bradley Cooper movie where he took the drug to be like super smart and super good?
Yes,
I assume so, yes.
It's based on the 2011 film of the same name.
Yeah. It's pretty good. The show's pretty good. I can't speak to the film, but the show's pretty good.
I just thought of a show that I watched that I'll bring up later.
All right. We can do that in a second. And the other thing was that... Oh, yeah. Persona. I'm almost done with it. I have just started the quote-unquote final dungeon, which is technically the penultimate one, but,
Which...
The ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I know there's one after that, and I know what it is, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I just wanted to be sure, because depending on how you play that game,
Don't tell him. Let it.
It just seems like there's a lot of different final things in that game.
Just let it be.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I wanted to say.
So, yeah, it's still a pretty good game. The moving forward past the time shenanigan thing that they do is kind of awkward.
Yeah,
And took a lot of explanations upon explanations upon explanations to get it to make sense.
Patient
but I liked that they did that at
I
the
guess.
same time. I liked that in a way the game kind of was. Oh,
By
patient
patient.
just dropped out. By patient. The game was kind of like a step ahead in some regard, but it was kind of awkward trying to work that in.
Yeah, I mean, the way it's set up, it's like, okay, it's being fairly obvious that the whole thing is going to be a setup upon a setup, which is fine. But then you basically have to figure out while you're doing it what the game is that you're trying to do. And that doesn't work so well. Like, it tells you, hey, you're trying to do a con here. We're not going to tell you what it is. Good luck. That's basically how it does it, and it's a little awkward.
I still liked it.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I only have one social link left to do. Confidant that I have left to do, which is the rich girl with the terrible voice acting, and then that's all of them done. So,
Wait, rich girl with the
Haru.
Okay. You're not wrong. That's all. I was just thinking. I guess since that's it for you.
Yeah, that's me done.
Yeah. I did watch a show recently. I watched it last week, but I also saw the second episode this week. The Gifted. It's an X-Men show. Kind of. Featuring like the X-Men are gone, and we're in this world where the mutants are being hunted, and we start with this family, and like the dad is kind of a lawyer prosecutor for.
He's a district attorney.
District attorney, yeah.
District prosecutor, something like that.
Or something like that for mutants. And he puts a lot of mutants behind bars, but also tries to get them pretty reasonable deals. And there's this group of mutants that's running around causing trouble. And just kind of overall, without getting too much into the details, that's basically my reaction to it. Like I liked Legion because it tried a whole bunch of weird and crazy things, and in the end it at least explained everything. This is just kind of it feels derivative, like Fear the Walking Dead is derivative.
Yeah, I'm not really liking this show.
I get the feeling from the way you're describing it, it was probably intended to run alongside that other show. Was it The Immortals or something like that?
No, that's no, it was I think you're thinking of The Inhumans, which is a
that's the
different
one.
thing.
Yeah, The Inhumans.
Yeah, but Inhumans is not quite Marvel. Oh, no, Inhumans is Marvel.
Inhumans is Marvel. Inhumans was the thing that replaced the mutants, essentially.
I was meaning to talk to the Gifted as, like, I think it's Fox behind it.
Right, the Inhumans was Marvel themselves.
Yeah, and it got reviewed so badly, it got canceled before the first season came out. So it's only got one season.
So Inhumans got canceled?
It was reviewed very, very poorly, and there's only one season now. There's only ever going to be one season.
In fairness, people hated the Inhumans in the comics as well, so that's not.
And I hated the Inhumans in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because they showed up there, and they weren't good.
Yeah.
I can appreciate some of the things the Gifted is trying to do. It's trying to touch upon the issues that X-Men would touch upon. But at the same time, the characters are just...
X-Men without the X-Men. X-Men without the X-Men isn't X-Men.
Yeah, it's X-Men without the X-Men, and there are some characters I'm like, you know what? I would like to follow that character as my main character, and we don't, and that's kind of worse because we have this family, and the family is so incredibly boring.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like because of what the X-Men was and what the it's not an analogy. It's like what they were trying to do, what comparisons they were trying to draw with that series.
Yeah,
They haven't modernized it enough. Like,
so you can see this show trying to draw upon those certain comparisons.
yeah,
And they're modernized to an extent, but at the same time, like you have your family, you have your mom who's always freaking out every time she's on screen. She's freaking out, or she's like upset, or she's worried, and that's her character. That's all she is. And you have once the son who has the like some sort of telekinesis BS, and he's kind of a mopey mess. It's really not an interesting character at all. You have the daughter who's actually proactive and would be a reasonably good character, but again, she's not really the focus as much. And then you have the dad who's just, oh man, I'm gonna be like mutant cop dude, copping all the mutants, like putting them in jail. Yeah,
Copping a feel, eh?
Yeah, no, not copping a feel. What's the verb form of cop?
Policing.
yeah, policing.
There you go, policing them. And then, oh no, turns out my kids are super awesome like mutants and stuff. I'm going to immediately turn tail. I'm going to go to this guy. And he's going to be like, yeah, Khaleesi the feel. But he's going to go and he's going to try and switch sides again, and switch sides and switch sides. It's just...
Yeah. Of the issue that the X-Men was trying to tackle, this show sounds like it's like a 50s interpretation of what that particular issue was like then.
He finds out his kids are actually this thing, so now he has to protect them at any cost, even by selling out the people that he's trying to... Yeah, no, it's really bad. It
doesn't work. Like, there are stories you could tell with a modern interpretation. I'm basically dancing around the issue that, you know, X-Men mutants homosexuality was the idea, being oppressed and such.
Well, racism was the original idea, but it
racism and kind of homosexuality.
Okay,
and
both work. Still, there are still stories you could tell where a lot of people are kind of okay with it now, but there are some very fringe elements that are like, holy shit, no, and do incredibly horrible stuff. There are stories you could tell with that. But with the show that they're doing now, apparently sounds like they're just kind of telling an old story.
And there's a mutant that gets arrested, and she goes to jail. But she's also pregnant, and she gets punched. Why not punch the pregnant lady? And so, I don't know. It's weird, and weird as in like I was looking at my phone because I didn't feel the need to look up because there was nothing that for me that felt interesting or new. It just kind of
that's disappointing. Let's check out some X-Men stuff that is supposedly good, because I haven't checked anything out since Last Stand. That's not a good note to leave it on.
Watch Legion. That will kind of mess you up mentally, but it's about it has a very like the whole thing about Legion is it has an unreliable narrator. Essentially, and the camera is that unreliable narrator because this is all following the perspective of one guy, kind of. Who's insane.
X-Men Evolution was good for its time, but it has not aged well. There was also Wolverine and the X-Men, which was kind of intended to be the next generation of X-Men cartoon, but sadly they never greenlit a second season.
Watch Logan. Just watch Logan. Okay. It's just a good movie. Not even it has to be an X-Men movie. It's just good movie that anybody can
We
enjoy.
are at an hour and 15, so we really need to just wrap up
Okay,
recommendations.
so we
because
have
then I will
some
only have 1 hour to edit this shit and put it up. So
I recommend you guys go out and you watch Critical Role, and that's it.
link's already going to be in there, so that makes it easy. Weasel,
Yep.
recommendation?
This is Lie, Cheat, Steal, and Survive by King of Zero X.
Really?
Really?
Are you swooning right now? Is that what that was? Oh my!
I feel this strange lightness in my chest.
Got the vapors.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess you liked it?
Mm-hmm.
Quit being a bitch about it, Zero.
Okay. I'm sorry. My stuff is sensitive.
Okay. Zero's making this weird. Weasel, your recommendation?
Lie, Cheat, Steal, and Survive by King of Zero X.
Yeah. Anything to say about it is what I'm asking.
It's good shit, and I'm looking forward to more.
Okay.
Dude, I don't think I can say anything about it that Zero hasn't.
Okay. Ken, you got anything?
You know better.
I do. My recommendation is what's it called? Witchcraft. That's witch with a W-H. This is going to be the wrong page, but I'm going to link it there anyway, because I'm a dumbass like that. Oh shit, I fucked that up. But yeah, this is a Dresden Files story written by Industrious, who wrote A Subtle Knife, which I've recommended a couple times, I think. So this is basically a Dresden Files self-insert, but Harry Dresden is not in the picture. So presumably at the beginning of, like, when he was dealing with the whole, what was it, mind-controlling teacher thing when he was a kid, he got caught by the, what was the name of the He Who Walks Behind, I think that's what he was called. He gets caught by him and taken out of the picture in some manner. So the self-insert goes to a magic school, basically, called the Hidden Schools, which is basically outlined like a university graduates program, complete with career fair at the end of it, and gets picked up by Odin, or Santa Claus, as he is in Dresden Files, because that's how that works.
I'm so confused, and I have so many questions.
I really need to read those books. Goddamn. So basically, he gets picked up by Odin to be the new quote-unquote champion for the setting because Dresden's gone. He's not in the picture anymore, and things are kind of going to shit because of that.
Odin gives all sorts of presents, like fatherly disapproval.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stern fatherly something.
Yeah. So the self-insert works for Odin's company that's like a mercenary company, and ends up working for, I think it's Marconi, the crime boss in Chicago in Dresden Files universe. And stuff happens, and it's great. It's a great story. That's pretty much all I got for that. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's good fic. Worth reading. I'm not 100% up on my Dresden Files lore, obviously, but the bits I've picked up from reading crossovers of it, I have enough that I can read this reliably. But people that actually know their shit would probably get a lot more out of it than I did. So, yeah, great stuff. Anything else we want to talk about real quick before we close this out? Because we have to close this out.
No.
Yeah.
Wrap
Okay.
this shit up.
Thanks, Kenchi. Just glad you have faith in the show. It's nice. Once again, it's like a shot in the arm, but it's in the other arm. And it's the bullet's
Shot
not
through the
lodged in
heart,
this one. It's
and
a
you're
through and
to
through,
blame.
but it's bleeding pretty badly now because
Gotta
you
make it
shot me in the
symmetrical.
arm.
Gotta
Is
make
how
it
that works.
symmetrical, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. So, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux. It's fucking October. That means we gotta do Patreon. Shit. Okay. We will end this show eventually, I swear to God.
I saw that post, Weasel, that you just posted in the chat. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
I don't know what that is because I don't have time to read it because I'm too busy signing into
It's the-
Patreon. So we can.
It's just the holy trinity of bad fandoms.
Yeah. Dipping sauce thing today.
Oh.
Voltron has a fandom?
Yeah, the new Netflix one thing that they did.
Oh, I didn't know that existed, but okay.
Yeah, we did Voltron, remember?
We did original Voltron.
Yeah, then I went and I watched the new one so I could tell you about it.
The new one is by the same creators of Legend of Korra, so it's basically Legend of Korra new season.
It's basically Legend of Korra, but with robots.
Okay. So, donators for this month. I'm going to push my microphone back so I can read. Crossbrain donated $10. Thank you, Crossbrain. Woo!
You're welcome.
Max Stool donated $1. Thank you, Max Stool. Woo!
Mike Stool.
Okay, that's not what his name was. That was mean, Kenchi. Kenchi's being mean. I am very appreciative, Max Stool. You're cool.
Yeah. Max Duel is cool. Don't stay in school. Don't fall asleep and drool.
Bomber BCM donated $1. Thank you, Bomber. You're a cool guy. Tempest Troper.
Bomber BCM.
Yeah, $5. Thank you, Zero. $5 from Tempest Troper. Thank you, Tempest Troper.
Thanks, Troper.
I'm always confused when there's only a real name, whether they want me to use their real name when I read out the donation. So I'm going to say Russell. Russell donated $20. Thank you, Russell. Appreciate it. You're a cool guy.
Yeah.
Don't tussle with Russell.
You gonna do this for every name?
Except for Troper, I can't do that. That's difficult. Roper, that's like an enemy in a game.
Groper.
No, that's really not appropriate. I don't want to.
Not a proper.
Troper, don't get caught. Troper, avoid all the gropers, please.
Troper the Groper?
No, don't do that.
I feel like this has taken a turn from appreciating our Patreon donations.
Stop this. Troper's my friend.
I'm an asshole.
Ethan F. donated $10. Anything to say, Zero?
Ethan, you just
He's got
the only word you come up with at the moment was queefing, and I don't want to work that in.
Ew.
Ethan F. looking forward to more unending journey.
Also, Zero, it's a perfectly natural reaction. Don't judge.
What? No, what? No.
Hugh donated $20. Thank you, Hugh.
Why don't you rhyme that?
Hugh Shuate, we sure appreciate
That's
that
not
you
a
donate.
rhyme, but
Hugh Shuate, we appreciate that you donate.
No.
Don't stay out too late, mate.
You're in the right state. Okay. So, thanks for listening to the podcast that went on for far longer than we really intended it to. In fact, I'm starting to get worried whether Zero actually needs to go to college or whatever.
No, I've got like another hour.
Oh, cool beans. If you want to donate on Patreon, feel free.
If you donate on Patreon, we will give you our love and we will rhyme your name with something that makes you sound awful.
Maybe we'll put it towards speaking lessons for me. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, if you want to get in contact with us, you can do so through the YouTube channel with the comments. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 195. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye. Just never take speech therapy in Arkansas. They think purdy is the right way to say it.
What the fuck?
I'm not joking.
No, purty is a different word. That means it's, pert, presumably.
Purdy.
That sure is a purty thing over there. My little brother went to speech classes when we lived in Arkansas. I can attest to this.
Oh, Zero. Where did this come from?
I have like a million random facts inside my head. Just end this.